guys, welcome again. I wanted to do my second episode about why that I started doing this podcast. Um, First, I wanted to complain about the system that I'm using. I love the microphone and everything, but I just got these new headphones, and somehow there's a lot of um like bounce on the I guess on the audio, like I can hear myself talking and then I can hear it on the headphones, but it goes to a point where it's like echoing. And I hate when things echo because then if I hear myself twice, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So, anyways, that was the issue that I had today when I was recording this. And it took me literally, I think I've been doing this for like an hour, trying to work it out, changing the system for the audio and things. So I just gotta do some research and try to figure out how I'm gonna use those. So for now, I'm gonna continue with this. Um, so again, why did I start doing this podcast? Um, I think I have mentioned to you guys, maybe not. I don't remember. Um, the reason why I started doing this podcast is because um I don't know, somehow I always wanted to write a book. I don't know, like an autobiography or something related, something about my life that people can relate to. So I grew up in Mexico. I was raised there. I lived there for like 21, 22 years. Um, yeah, I think 21 years I lived in Mexico. And I was raised there. And, me and my mom, we used to watch telenovelas. And, it was a thing. Like, you get caught up into those things. Um, Not because of the drama, but because it helps you escape, from whatever problems you're having. That's how I look at it. Now it happens with me and watching Netflix and just watching shows. I love Gilmore Girls. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. I literally, if I'm feeling like really sad or really depressed, I'll watch Gilmore Girls just to try to escape or try to watch something really funny so, I can just get out of my head. So that's what happened with telenovelas. I used to watch them all. And then at some point, I started believing that my life was like a telenovela. So I guess, I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but a lot of people are like, oh my God, your life, whatever happened, sounds like it came out about telenovela, because the stories are so dramatic and there's so much going on. That's how my life is. Exactly. I don't know who else life is, but raise your hand right here. Whoop whoop. um, but so it always felt like that, and I wanted to put that into something that people could relate to. So since I'm not very good at the writing thing, I mean I could, but I probably would need a lot of help editing that. I mean, maybe one day, you know, that I have enough written down, I would just, do it. But for now, I'm gonna do this podcast. So this is my unwritten book. These are the stories about my life, and since you are my friends now, because that's why I consider you guys that you're listening, you're my friends. So I'm just gonna tell you the stories just how I told my friends. This is how I want to tell my story. Just the same way that my friend was like, "Oh my god, how that happened?" or "It was funny," or "It was sad," or "It was happy." Whatever. I want you guys to feel the same. Like we're friends. We're just talking. I'm just telling you something about my day, something that guys people can relate to. It's just um, it's like looking in retrospective to your life and then think about something that happened in the past, and you're like, "Oh God, that was so dramatic," or "That was funny," or "That was really sad." But all those things that we go through, they make us who we are in the now. And then it makes us wonder and just more think through about what we're gonna do in the future. So basically, everything that's happened to get what I am. So to put a point in this, I am a very sarcastic person. Um, so I am very, very sarcastic. Like if you're a person that really knows who I am, you probably know that 800% of the time I'm joking. I'm just, you know, I say sarcastic because I'm just joking, but people don't get sarcasm. It's like, it's just a joke. Like, just chill. We all have very difficult lives and we don't need to be nagged or anything. And sometimes I just say, things just to make them funny, but sometimes people don't see them as funny. So I just want to reassure that this isn't anything that people should, it's not gonna, I don't mean to offend anyone. This is not making fun of anyone. I just want to reassure that this is just me joking, just like anyone else in the world, Aquafina, whoever. We're just making jokes. We're just trying to make people laugh. We're just trying to make our own lives be more fun. Just like not even fun, like just make ourselves not be into this depressive hole. Um, so yeah, basically, and if you know, you know me, like really know me, you know that I'm just trying to be funny, and I try to say things with humor, and sometimes I just do it so much that people think that I'm being serious. Like people, instead of thinking that I'm funny, they think I'm just mean or I'm just attacking people or this whole gaslighting thing. Um, so yeah, basically. So none of that here. Just fun and games, all good, all funny. Um, so what's next on this? Let's see. So now that we're talking about the mean thing, I remember that the older we get, the more, we understand Squidward. Like, just Calamardo, oh my God. He was like, he hated SpongeBob because he was so happy and so noisy and so like, let's do this, let's do that. And he's like, no, let me just be my own person. Like, let me just chill here in my front yard. That's how I feel sometimes. Oh my God. And then it's like those old people that just sit and yell at kids in the front lawn, in the front yard, whatever. Just like we don't realize how much as we're getting older, how much more we're becoming our parents. And it's just, I've seen this in some like commercials, like don't be like your parents, whatever. I think it's I don't know. I don't remember what insurance was it, but one insurance was doing that. So it hits you one day and then, you know, you just you just gotta take that and be like, okay, I am like one of my parents and I'm gonna make this much better, for me. Like I don't wanna be like that, but I am like that because I was raised like that. And now I just have to make it better, so that your family and you can be happier, whatever, your kids, and just take whatever you didn't like growing up, take it off, don't redo it again. If there's some things that are just stuck, I mean, what else are you gonna do? So for me, and now that I'm a mom, it's just been a blessing. I feel like if I hadn't had my daughter when I did, I really don't know where I would be. My life would be so different. But also there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make my daughter happy and make sure she's loved and that she knows that she's loved. She is almost a teen. Oh, God. So that's scary. And I hope she doesn't hate me. I didn't hate my mom, but I still remember how it is to be a teenager and just all the hormones, they just make you do irrational things. You just do things because you think you can or because you feel like the world is against you, so you just have to go against them. And it's just a mess, you know, and we can control it. But I hope my daughter is not like that because I really love her and I would give anything and everything for her. Um, but some things I see and I'm like, oh my God, I hope she's not like me in that sense. But some others is like, I hope she is. But it's just because I realize that I'm so much like my mom now. It's just so weird. But I've always been kind of like a mom type. I've always been. I'm always momming all my friends. There's not one of my friends that hasn't said that I'm like their mom. I'm like, hey, you gotta bring a sweater. You gotta like do this. You gotta do that. You gotta stop drinking. You gotta drink water. You gotta do that. And I don't know. Even my siblings think that I'm like their mom because I've always was like, do this, and I'm yelling at people like, don't do that, don't do that. That's just who I am. I'm just, I'm just the the mom that's always momming everyone. Doesn't matter how old you are, I'm gonna be momming you unless you're momming me. I don't know. But anyway, so that's basically why I started doing this. Just to say things like this, just get it out, say it. Somebody can relate to it. Somebody can have, just forget about what's going on in your life for one day or for, whatever, 5, 10 minutes listening to this. And you're like, oh, that's right. That's so much like me. Or you're like, I'm not the only one. Yay. But so yeah, that's basically the reason. And this is my second episode. And I hope you guys like it. Um, I just love guys telling you like pieces of me so you learn more about me and maybe feel identify with them. Um, you know, maybe you thought like nobody else will feel like this, but now you know there's someone else feels like that. So it's nice to know. So know that if anyone hasn't told you today, I love you guys and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.